Sweet. I think we are ready to rock here. So welcome everyone. My name is Eben, and we're just going to be diving into this painting we started last week, and doing a bit of detailing here and sort of taking this concept a bit further, and hopefully we'll have a nice finished painting by the end here. So if you're just joining us for the first time, of course, go ahead and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss awesome stuff I'm doing like this every week. New videos on Wednesdays and live streams on Sundays and all that. And of course, like the video if you like the video, to help increase my standing in the algorithm and help me get more art and fun creative stuff out to more people. So welcome to some of our usual Sunday streamers here. We have Sam and Jose and Sabrina. Welcome. So yeah, if you have any questions or comments or anything you'd like to share, please go ahead and share that in the comment feed there, and I will look over at my 270 degree creation station here, and I don't know if you guys can see all of it, but I've got this fun new setup where I have like this master control station here, and I have my art making monitor over here, so that's what I'm going to be looking at. And anyway, let's sort of just dive in and make some painting here. Not sure what this layer is for, so I'm just going to delete that. Still working on one layer here. And yeah, I think we can just sort of go in and start to think about how we want to sculpt this landscape and the various details here. There's never a good way to start, so just kind of have to start and see what happens. I'm just going to kind of pick a random spot and start to develop things a little bit further using the rough comb brush and the mixer brush from my brush pack, which you can check out in the description below there. These brushes are kind of designed for sort of more of a traditional style approach to digital painting. As you can see, I kind of prefer to be working on one layer for most of this process. I might split it up later if I do a bit more development in the character and all that, but yeah, for the most part I like to keep it simple that way. Try to create some nice big perspective shapes here. This is fun. I'm feeling pretty good today. I got a good amount of sleep. Got a little bit of coffee, not too much. So I'm kind of at that sweet spot of focus and energy levels and everything. So feeling pretty good. We'll see what happens throughout this process. Sometimes I hit obstacles in the painting, and as we all do, and have to find some creative ways to get around that. For now, I'm just kind of color picking random spots and sort of just solidifying a lot of these details. It's just sort of a fun process. A tour, I was actually thinking about that the other night, because I put a lot of time and intent into my space and my workspace, and I've been doing a lot of that kind of stuff recently, and sort of, oh, the snow's just falling from the roof. It's very sunny out today, and I think it's starting to melt a little bit of this snow we've been accumulating for the past couple weeks, so it's kind of fun. I gotta get outside and go for a walk after this. Highly recommend that for anyone. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I can share some stuff with my workspace here. I don't know if that'll be possible with this little webcam, but maybe I'll put something on my Instagram. Give you the full tour. If you're not following me on Instagram, by the way, you can. I've dropped a link for that in the video description as well. And I post a lot of my sort of final artwork. Occasionally some thoughts and insights about being an artist, a professional artist. So it's a fun time. If you're inclined to do the Instagram thing, which honestly lately I do love all the artwork I see in there, and I like interacting with people on there, but I feel like it's become very distracting. Like, there are just times that I find myself on there and it's just like, man, I did not mean to do this. They really sucked me in. Got all these different, like, videos of, dogs and people doing stuff. Like, I feel like they're definitely, like, gearing more towards like the TikTok end of things with like the reels and everything. And it's just oh man, if you get sucked into that for 30 minutes, you really you really feel bad at the end of it. And I know I probably shouldn't be like promoting my Instagram and then telling people how horrible it is, but I don't know, man. I'm excited for the day when I don't have to be doing so much of the social media stuff. I love creating videos like this and sharing stuff like this on YouTube, and fortunately there are ways to use YouTube that aren't so distracting. You can actually get what I have is like a YouTube. Of course, as soon as I say this, they're gonna shut my channel down, so keep an eye out for that. But you can install a YouTube newsfeed eradicator in your on Google Chrome. That's what I use. You can probably do it for other browsers as well, but basically you can still use YouTube and check out stuff from if you want to see new videos from your subscribers, you can you can see that and you can go check that out, but it won't kind of like force feed all this stuff from the algorithm so much. It's just a little bit easier to navigate it with intent and purpose than being distracted by all of these other things they throw at you. But I should probably shut up before they hear this and cancel my channel. Not that I'm I don't think I'm obviously not a high profile presence here on YouTube quite yet, so I'm probably safe. Yeah, it's a constant battle, man, with all this social media stuff. It's like it's the only way to engage with the world these days, and they absolutely know that, the people that are running these platforms, and they're really squeezing us. Sorry if you're experiencing lag here. Unfortunately, there's not too much I can do about that on my end, but please keep letting me know. Drop a comment if this is continuing to be a problem. And I've been having some issues with OBS recently, and maybe it's because I'm using all these different monitors here. So yeah, keep dropping comments. Let me know if there's still some lag here, and I'll see if I can do something about it. And of course, let me know if that stops as well. I definitely don't want you guys to be experiencing that. So yeah, I'm just kind of going around and I'm solidifying some of these different rock formations, and I'm kind of creating some silhouette boundaries between them as well, creating a bit of atmosphere anywhere where it's kind of at the base, sort of between the base of a previous plane and like right up against the silhouette of the next one. I'm just creating a bit of, you know, foggy stuff to sort of show that there's some distance here. I'm gonna flip the canvas and check it out from a new perspective. Oh, great. Just the voice and the static image. That's always fun and flattering. Yeah. Yeah, let me know. I don't know. I don't think it's my internet. There's always, yeah, I don't know. That's kind of the difficulty with these kinds of things. There's always so many variables. It's hard to kind of pin down exactly what's going on. So keep telling me what you're experiencing on your end, and that will help me make a hopefully get a better stream for you. But yeah, maybe next time I'll try it without all these monitors and see if that makes a difference. Maybe it's just having some trouble processing all of that. Hey Vera, welcome. Glad you're enjoying all these colors. I certainly am. It was nice to start out with a good sort of base layer of color on the last stream, because now I can kind of go in and just sort of keep picking those colors and using them. It's like I've sort of created my own color palette on the canvas. You know, like in traditional painting you would kind of have it off to the side, but I'm just sort of, I have all these colors available to me kind of at my disposal here. So so I can just keep going around and picking them where I see something I want to use, and diluting them where I don't want to have so much colorfulness. We can create some sharper shapes around the horizon line here. Create a little bit more fog down here. Hey Ernesto and Andrea, welcome. Awesome, glad to hear that I'm moving again. I tried to be, try not to be too stiff. I'm thinking, I'm not too crazy about this guy down here. I'm just gonna, I gotta think of a different, maybe a different position for this character. Just seems a bit too minimal, and I kind of want to just really develop this story a bit more. So maybe we'll kind of put him closer to the canvas, or closer to the viewer, and have more of an action pose, maybe something that kind of really reinforces this perspective. Something that really shows engagement with the dragon a bit more. Of course, I'm taking this this nice glowy blue effect from the water down there, and having it sort of bounce up onto the side of the rock here. Could probably gray it out a little bit more since the rocks are red. Maybe add some of this purple that we're seeing over here, because that's really nice. Not really sure how all this is gonna work out here, but I'm just sort of experimenting. I'll have some of this nice orange over here. And there's sort of a little place where we can hang out over at the top of this rock. It's just sort of like one of those little subsections, you know, where you can sort of let your gaze wander and sort of imagine yourself there. It's not super important, you know, but it's just another place to look at, to put yourself in the painting. Maybe we'll have some silhouettes of some other rock structures back here. Let's just pop in a new layer and think about our character for a second here, because I want to make sure he meshes, he or she, I'm not sure yet, meshes well with the surrounding environment. So I'm just going to create, you know, I want to have something a bit more close, a bit more action posy, you know. So I'll have this kind of bit of an arched posture. I'll probably use a different brush for this silhouette. Just something simple. It's kind of like they're crouched and ready. Maybe they look a little bit off balance to the left there. How's the stream looking now, guys? Am I moving? Am I speaking? Am I making art? These are all very important things to have for this stream. person is left-handed or right-handed, I suppose. Depends upon how I end up finishing this piece. That's always something that, like, I never know until the very end what direction I wanna have it oriented. Awesome, awesome. Oh yeah, Jose, I'm sorry I had to kill your centaur. You know, sometimes you have to make tough choices as an artist. You gotta kill off your main character, you know? But he will live on in the legends. He fought bravely. Unfortunately, his magic was not strong enough to battle the mighty dragon. We could mix it up though. You could have like a spear or something. It's kind of cool. It's crooked. It's just it's like bent down the middle. Something like that. Shield, perhaps. Maybe we'll have it oriented differently. Something like that. Kind of like the idea of it pointing in this direction here. Maybe not like that. Maybe it was good the way it was before. If I can get it into his hand. There we go. Move this arm up a little bit. Oh, I shrunk it. Maybe we'll do a lady warrior this time. That's always fun. I'll have to change the dimensions a little bit here. I think maybe I'll also change this arm. Let's experiment with that a little bit. Just gonna kind of see what looks right here. Probably have let's just try something else here. Maybe a bit of a bend in it because just kind of getting ready. To attack here. It's pretty cool. It's pretty badass. Whoa. I don't want to search. I don't know how I did that. Let me just check out the... Uh-oh, what's happening? Let's not do that. See what the comments are saying here. Staff and a sword. Like Gandalf. Interesting. I can get behind that. Although maybe I would put the staff in the other hand. That'd be pretty sweet though. Nice. Let's see if we can make that make sense. If this was like staff. Or maybe it would be going out like... That's pretty cool. Maybe she picked up that staff from the other guy. And this is the key. The key to her success. It's got like green stuff. Maybe I'll actually... This is like not the best way to do this, but... It's making a weird tangent with the dragon's body up there, and I just want to scoot it down a little bit. There, that kind of worked. Just have to fill in the gaps. Sweet. That's pretty fun. It's a good silhouette. By the way, I'm just kind of like, I'm doing this as a silhouette first because I want to make sure it works as a silhouette. I'm not doing any sculpting or anything. You know, I just want to make sure it works nicely as an overall shape. So I was like kind of thinking about lowering the shoulder for a second there, but then I think it made it a bit too relaxed, and I want her pose to have some tension. Right, so this is a sword now. That's sweet. Maybe this can be like blue or something. I don't know. We'll get to all those fun effects later on. But this is cool. I feel like there's a lot of nice action here. It's almost like we could put a bit of a motion blur on her and make it look like she's running forward. Nice. Epic. Alright, I'm gonna have to take like a 3-minute break here. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Okie doke. I'm back. Alright. Let's keep going here. Maybe just because this is all a bit blocky, I'm just going to go in with the smudge tool and kind of do some stuff here. I don't know what exactly. Not sure how this thing works. Some fun stuff with the hair here. Just sort of go around and clean up these shapes. Cool. Now we can just alpha lock this real quick. Actually, maybe want to change the proportions just a little bit. So I'm going to distort this inward. Get that nice perspective skew. And let's see, we've got some kind of orangey light coming from the sky, so we can start with a little bit of sort of ambient, you know, glow over the top here. Maybe we'll have it a little more red. We can have a little bit of this greenish, bluish stuff going on down here. Whoops. Maybe this can be an elf or something. Give her some cool ears. A bit of rim light from the environment here, maybe. That's pretty cool. I think we just need to take this and scoot it up a little bit. Maybe take this whole thing. Looks a little bit low. Oh, and I've gone and changed the direction of the staff, haven't I? Okay, let's just swerve that back. That's the technical term, swerve it. Alright. I don't know if that was... It needs to go up and still remain out. Getting all kinds of weird Frankenstein stuff here. Just sort of messing around. Seeing what works, what doesn't. Something real funky going on with this arm here. Not sure what it is. Oh, well, we'll just keep going here. I'm sure I'll see it at some point. Oh, is it this leg? This needs to go over a bit. Probably part of it. Of course, I should have a reference for this. Always forget to bring up some references for these streams. Just get so excited to get painting. It's looking better though. Probably maybe bring this leg in just a little bit. All kinds of fun details we can mess around with here. Should probably have some kind of shadow down here. nice blue color. A bit darker. Alright, I'm probably going to work on something else in here for a little while. Because something is stumping me about this whole pose here, so we're going to come back. Before I do too much damage. Probably tone down that blue on her face a little bit. It's a bit intense. Unless she has a blue face. Which is possible. Anything's possible in this little world we're creating for ourselves. Alright, let's go back to this landscape here. Now I'm thinking this whole thing is better without this character. So I'm actually just going to turn that off for a second. Because, I don't know, this is something I say all the time in my course and in my my lessons here with students. I was just talking about it during the last group session we had on Friday. It's like just because you've put a bunch of time into something, doesn't mean it's good for your painting. You know, if you've put 30 minutes or an hour into it or 5 hours, it doesn't really matter. If it doesn't serve the painting, you don't need it. So it can be easy to kind of get locked into this trap of you know, working away at some detail or some element of a painting that's, you know, that's just really not working. And in those moments, you have to kind of ask yourself if it's worth it. And again, no time spent painting is wasted. You're always learning things. And always improving, so you know, don't think that just because you've put a bunch of time into it by deleting it or painting over it, you are you've wasted that time. You certainly haven't. Even if you don't realize it at the time, you have learned something. So that's kind of how I'm choosing to approach that character. I put it on a different layer, so I'm not actually getting rid of it at this point, but I kind of realized throughout that process that I was getting a lot of resistance from it, which just wasn't working. And I mean, it would be one thing if this was like a piece for a client or something, and I really needed to include that character in there, but this is just for me and for you guys, so I kind of do what I think is best for the painting. And I think this painting is really all about this dragon, and I've kind of been spending the past hour not really paying attention to that. True. It doesn't really have legs at this point, so let's make sure it does. Yeah, it all depends on what kind of story you're trying to tell here. In this case, I think this is a story about this dragon. Maybe it's not an enemy here, you know? Maybe it's just, you know, typical day for a dragon, just running around burning stuff, winding its way through this fun valley. I guess that's kind of the other important feature of this painting too, is like this is an interesting landscape. We want to make sure we develop that too. I'm just having more fun with it. I should probably save this. Can't forget that. Always save, guys. That's my PSA for today. Hey Nick, welcome. Got a lot of people from the group session here, which is awesome. Get this bonus video. Yeah, I'm starting to see a bit of a different shape language for these for this landscape. You know, it's I'm really liking these little sharp peaks that I'm starting to develop on the left side there. So I'm gonna go around to the other areas of this painting and kind of develop that a little bit more. Also gonna sort of get comfortable here because I realized I've been really like hunched up and like leaning forward very intensely, and it's not always the best posture for creating art in a more relaxed way, which is pretty much the best way to create art in my opinion. So I've got this fun music. Keeps the mood chill, if you know what I mean. Of course, I did say I was going to work on those legs, and then I got distracted again by this landscape. But that's okay. It's nice to just kind of move around with the flow of whatever it is you're trying to create. Just sort of messing around with some different color ideas over here. Nice. Alright, let's go back here. Let's use can use our thin brush to start making some little details and sort of use the wet version here. Yeah, just some little details here and start sculpting and shaping things a little bit. Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, always pay attention to what excites you about a painting, you know? It's like you're not going to be excited about everything that you paint. You're not always going to be excited about painting either, but sometimes you'll find some cool stuff within your painting and you're like, hey, this is interesting. I think I want to investigate this, you know? And it's a whole skill in itself to learn to kind of heed that voice. And gravitate towards the elements of the painting that are exciting for you. So that's kind of how you sustain yourself through the process. You just keep moving to different pockets of exciting stuff. Otherwise, what's the point, you know? as I'm going through here, I want to make sure too that I'm not losing too much of this this nice texture and color that I already set up. In fact, I'll be looking for ways to enhance it as I move through this. Keep pushing the color and not to dilute it. Same with the texture as well. Yeah, starting a new religion in the comments there. That's cool. I won't object. I'm just sort of messing around with making some different color selections and filling in that area. Just want to get the right value and level of saturation here. Getting pretty close. Yeah. That's more what we want. I did lose a little bit of that detail there, but there's a lot of suggested detail still, so I'm not super concerned about it. I'm just trying to reduce some of those shadow tones a little bit and solidify the silhouette. Oh, that's kind of cool. That was just by accident, but we got some of those fiery orange tones up in here as well. Through that transparent wing. And in fact, now that I've seen that, I want to push that effect a little bit. Happy accidents, right? Is the image still alive? I don't know. I might be super still right now, but there's me waving at the camera. The warrior's on a different lever here. I'm just I wasn't totally feeling it, so I just dropped it for a minute. I don't know if I will reintroduce it. Yeah, I just felt a bit busy, a bit cluttered, so I'm kind of focusing back on the more important elements of the painting here. I know, I've just been just massacring all these characters here. What can I say? I just get a kick out of it. Probably about time I give this guy some feet, or at least the suggestion of feet. Notice I don't have to paint out every detail over here. Just kind of including enough information for the viewer to make their own judgments about what's going on. I guess I could get more detailed in theory, but that would be a later thing. It's not super important at the moment. Yeah, right. I'm just gonna get rid of this dragon now. That's right. Don't put too much faith in your expectations about how a painting will go. Must always remain open to new possibilities as they emerge. No. Alright, let's go over to this face. This is really important. How's the stream coming in, guys, now? Am I moving? Yes, good. Yeah, it may be kind of hard to see this tiny little cursor moving around as well. I'm going to create a sort of new shadow value here. Maybe not quite that intense, but just to increase the contrast around this focal area. Really bring out those shadows. It might be a bit too much. Let's just raise that up a little bit. I can't remember why I had this green here, but I think it looks cool. I guess that was because of the staff, right? That I've from the character that I've killed off first one. But I like how it looks here, so I'm actually gonna put it in some other areas. See, not such a big waste of time after all. I got that green color, so worth it. It's all looking a little bit messy. So just gonna go and simplify some of these areas with the mixer brush here. Create a nice contrast between detail and some lost edges. That's pretty sweet. It's starting to look pretty intimidating here. Maybe I can even include some subtle highlights. A little bit of texture. If I had my PC on for a while, actually I usually shut it off overnight, but actually last night I didn't. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe it's just getting a bit worn out here. Feels cool enough. Who knows? This is not a highly competent machine, truthfully. I am probably overdue for an upgrade. But yeah, I'll definitely have to give it a break after this. Because I don't think I've really had issues with... too many issues with lag in the past. For these streams. Alright, I'm gonna try something here. Right. It's not gonna be quite blue like that. Let's try this. No. I guess it's fine the way it is. Maybe we can just do some quick highlights here. Something like that. That's pretty cool. I guess we would have to then we take this river thing, start add some glowy stuff here as well. Because apparently it's pretty bright. That's just what the rest of this landscape is telling me. Any alert message in OBS? No. It did crash a couple times before I started this though, so. Yeah, that could be it. Could be monitor overload. I'm not sure why that would overload it, since I'm only streaming one monitor. I just have the other ones on a hidden feed, but maybe for some reason it's still trying to stream those at the same time. So that could also be a factor. This is great, Jose. I feel like I have this. I have a nice little tech team here on my stream. Alright, I have to grab a few colors here because there's some. I really want to get this blue kind of reflected up into the dragon here. Except I sort of didn't do that right, did I? Gotta make the proper selection. All right, let's try that. Yeah, it's better. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about my decision to get rid of those characters. I feel like I've been able to put a lot more focus in this one area. And that's not to say I can't add that back in later if I want to. There's definitely a spot for it. But it's definitely worth considering that this painting can stand well on its own without them. RAM usage. Yeah, I know. I usually don't. I can check it out. Usually don't have any performance issues with OBS, but I'm using 100% of my CPU right now. Only about 50% of my memory. GPU is fine. I guess I'm not using 100% anymore, but could be it. Maybe I just need to upgrade my CPU for stuff like this. Showing 60 frames per second on OBS. And actually, it's only using 35% of my overall CPU, so I guess the rest is just Photoshop. And I guess I could shut down Google Chrome as well, but it seems like it could be more of a connection thing. I don't know, man. I'll do some tests at some point this week before my next stream. See if we can identify the issue. Yeah. Back up to 100% CPU usage. I mean, I guess that would affect the stream in theory. I don't know. I have enough computer experience to make do usually, but definitely am not like a tech wizard. I wonder if it will show up in the recording as well. I guess it probably will. So I can check that out afterwards too. Probably going to wrap this one up in a minute anyway. It's pretty cool though. I'm pretty pleased with this piece overall. Guess I could do some cloud stuff in the background here. Maybe I can get away with doing it around a selection here. I don't know, maybe not with a mixer brush. But we can kind of work our way in between a little bit. Yeah, could probably get in there, do a little cleaning. I probably did that. I don't know, a couple months ago. Just gonna get in here and do some fun cloud stuff. Getting a good rock going in my chair, that's how you know. That's how you know it's going well. Got this spot over here of high saturation. Probably just gonna get rid of that. We can sculpt these wings a little more. Maybe do a little spikiness on the tail here. Guess that looks kind of more furry than spiky. That's a little better. Let's use our thin wet brush here. Something like that. It's like my catchphrase almost. Everything I do is just very approximate. Just putting in some cool details. This foreground here. Creating a bit of color diversity. Yeah, I do get some notifications from YouTube. Is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. I'll have to troubleshoot that later on. I mean, I'll do that today actually before I forget, because otherwise I'm just gonna wait and have the same problem again next week, which we don't want to have. Yeah, I'll definitely look into that today. Nice. Ugh, I love that blue. Maybe we can bring out our smudge tool for some of this water here, because that's kind of fun. Get some swirly bits happening here. All right. I think I'm at least going to call this for today. I think it's looking really cool. And I might just do a few finishing touches on my own time. Might explore that character again. I mean, we can check that out. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe if she was really small. Still, I think there's just something weird about it. I like this better. It's simple. So awesome. Well, thank you all for sticking around, even though there may have been some issues with the stream here and there. I'll definitely look into that today and make sure that it doesn't come up anymore. So yeah, once again, thanks for joining me. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And check out the video I'm going to be releasing this Wednesday, as I do every Wednesday, live streams every Sunday. And you can check out other stuff related to my art below, the Instagram, Facebook, brush pack, information on the mentorship, which we're going through the group session right now, which is a lot of fun. Anyway, thanks all. Have a great Sunday, and I will catch you later on. All right, see ya.